Hey, it's Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, I'm going to talk about the actual cost for $10,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 52-year-old female. Now, first thing you need to understand is you can go directly to our website, and we've got these free quotas on just about every page. Click the state that you live in. We are licensed in all 50 states, by the way. Click the coverage amount, birthday, fill all that in, click Get Quotes Now. It'll take you to a page that's going to show you all the best insurance companies with all the best pricing, and you'll be able to be a smart shopper, and you'll be able to kind of see right through those kind of gimmicky ads you see on TV that or magazines that advertise really low rates. We're going to help you understand that in just a moment too. You can also call us at our toll-free 888-862-9456 and talk with one of our agents. Now, first thing you need to understand at age 52, being a female, is how much things are going to cost, and that kind of helps you understand how much insurance you need. So typically that's either going to be a cremation or a burial. The average cost of a cremation right now in the United States is between $1,000 to $2,000. That's if you come home in a cardboard box or an urn. If you were going to have a ceremony like Remembrance of Life or Celebration of Life ceremony, something like that, in addition to the cremation, that's probably $3,500 to $4,500. So if you got a $10,000 policy, you're A-OK. We would typically recommend between $5,000 to $7,000 for the coming home in a cardboard box or an urn. And then if you're going to have some sort of ceremony, probably between $7,000 to $10,000. Now, that's kind of the most affordable amount for most folks. If you want to get a little bit more insurance because you're age 52, you're probably wanting to make it to 62, 72, 82. You might want a little bit more coverage right off the bat. But if you're on a fixed or limited income, a lot of times just those lower amounts are most appropriate. That's what you can afford. Get that now because we can always help you add more insurance coverage later. Now, if you're going to be buried, the average cost of a burial right now in the United States is right around $10,000, about the policy amount we're talking here. Now, if you walk into pretty much any funeral home in the United States with the $10,000 check, they'll get things done. I can't imagine they're going to, let that check walk out the door and walk down to the street to one of their competitors. But just understand, $10,000 is going to be a very simple, very meager funeral. So just be aware of that. If you're age 52, you definitely should have some more coverage, if at all possible. If it fits in your budget, we would probably recommend somewhere between $10,000, $15,000, maybe $20,000. But again, if your budget's limited, get what you can afford right now. We can always help you add more coverage later. Now, the one thing we always recommend is first day coverage or benefits, and that's the only thing we help people with at Funeral Funds of America. And the reason that's important is none of us knows when we're going to die. So first day coverage means that if you got approved for a policy today and you died tomorrow, the insurance company is going to pay, even though you'd only been insured one day. You get that check for $10,000 in this case. And that is very different than plans with 2-year waiting periods, which we'll talk about in just a minute. I do not recommend those at all. But a lot of people would say, hey, I want the first day coverage, but I've got some health issues. And, I'm not sure I'll qualify. To which we say, hey, your health is our problem, not yours. We work with a number of different insurance companies, and they've all got different underwriting requirements and different health questions. And really, right about 95% of the time, we're getting people approved for first day coverage or benefits. Now, really, the only reason we wouldn't get you qualified is if you had some really significant health issues like terminal illness, you're going to pass away in the next 12 months, or dementia, or you're on dialysis, or you're in a hospital or in a nursing home. If that were the case, something like that would probably refer you out to a different company. The other thing that seems to happen every week is we get somebody who calls up and says, hey, we had a family member pass away this last week, and they didn't have insurance. We don't have any money. Their body's at the funeral home. The funeral home director's not going to do anything till he gets a check in his hand. So we need to get this insurance right away so that we can get a check in our hand to get a check in the funeral director's hand. To which we say, unfortunately, there's no insurance company in the United States that is going to issue a policy on somebody who's already died. Yeah. So you got to be alive to qualify for one of these plans. And it is just absolutely terrible when somebody passes away and they don't have any insurance or any way to take care of this for their family. And now their family's forced to struggle with it. And it's such a terrible thing to do, for somebody to not have this when they pass away and burden the people they love the most, both financially and emotionally. It's a terrible thing to do, and it's preventable. This insurance is affordable, and we don't know when we're going to die. So don't be that person. Don't be that's terrible to do that to the people that you love. So we don't recommend the 2-year waiting period plans. Colonial Penn is probably one of the, I guess, more well-known ones, I guess. Probably because they advertise a lot. I think they advertise on TV like every 7 minutes or so, it seems. Yeek, quite a bit. And, but their $9.95 plan is a 2-year waiting period plan. You probably didn't know that, but yeah, it's got a 2-year wait. And there's other companies out there too, like Mutual of Omaha, their United of Omaha line, AIG, Gerber. And there's other companies out there too. And some of these companies have done a great job of convincing the American public that the only thing they qualify for after age 50 is a plan with a 2-year waiting period, to which we say, I don't believe that. Don't be suckers, because we help people with first day coverage all day long. Now, a lot of 52-year-old females would look at that $9.95 pricing and they'd be like, oh my gosh, I can probably get $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, maybe even $50,000 for only $9.95. To which they get on the phone with one of the Colonial Penn agents, or they check online like we've done here. And for a female age 52, $9.95, which is one unit, only buys $1,890 worth of insurance. Now, that's not, that's probably enough for a cremation in some parts of the United States. But you got to remember, unfortunately, this policy is not going to pay out for 2 years if you die of a health or medical reason. So things are going to be more expensive. So it may not, in fact, pay for everything 2 years from now. So why would you get a policy that's not even going to do the deal for you? It doesn't kind of make sense. And you'll end up overpaying. But let's see what $10,000 would be. That's what the video is about here. I'm going to guess maybe 6 units. You got to guess 9,000. Yeah. So you can't get 10,000 on the nose for a 52-year-old female, because it's got this per unit pricing, and it always ends up with wackadoodle numbers like $9,450. Let's look at 6 units. Oh, geez. 5 units. Look at the jump here. It goes from 5 units at $9,450 up to 6 units is like 11,000. Yikers. So we're going to have to go down to 5. You can't, and again, that's the frustrating part. You can't even get 10,000 on the nose, which that's what a lot of people want. So, 10,000 roughly, well, 9,500 is roughly $49, $49.75. So roughly $50 actually. Let's see what that would cost in first day coverage and see if we can save you some money. I know we can. Yeah. 10,000 right here. Female, age 52. Get quotes. We're going to go back over here. Again, this is roughly $50. And if we look at this, $24. So, and this is level. This is first day coverage. We work with Trinity Life. We can get you approved with them. We can certainly help you get approved. $24.52. When you look at that, Colonial Penn is yeah, look at those numbers. It's more than 200% more expensive. More than 200%. And, so you're going to overpay roughly $25 every month. Colonial Penn will also allow you to overpay on that policy every month for $25 a month for as long as you live. And they're gonna sock you with that 2-year waiting period as well. Yikes, yikes, yikes. So think about this. If it's $25 more a month, that is $300 more a year. If you live 10 years, you're going to overpay $3,000 roughly with Colonial Penn. Live 20 years, overpay $6,000 on a $10,000 policy. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Well, be a thinker, and then you don't have to worry about this stuff. So yeah, definitely better getting first day coverage if you can qualify for that, and we can help you qualify. Let's look at some other companies here, and you'll be able to see all these different companies. Lumico, level first day coverage, but they're like $10 more a month. That's $120 a year. You'll overpay $1,200 after 10 years. It's not a lot of money, but that's like 10% of the policy. It's a $10,000 policy. So, why would you overpay when you don't have to? Keep that money in your own pocket. Let's look at another one. Oh, yeah, Lincoln Heritage. Look at these. They're a fine company, I guess, other than the price is high. Yikaroos. And level coverage, so that's good, first day coverage. But, yeah, their price is higher. And they've got a deal where when you pass away, they'll call 2 or 3 funeral homes, maybe do a couple other things. to supposedly make that easier, but they charge for it. It's not free. So let's go back and let's look at this. 36 versus 24. So roughly $12 more a month. That's $144 a year. After 10 years, that's $1,440 roughly. And that gets worse the longer you live. But think about this. Is it worth overpaying like almost $1,500 for a company to make a few phone calls and do a couple of other things that might only take an hour or so on the phone? Most people would say that's a pretty good payday. So what we actually do at Funeral Funds, we've got a funeral and estate planning guide. We provide that free of charge. And you just fill that out, who gets what goes where, and what you want done after you're gone. Keep it with your insurance policy when you pass away. All those documents are together. And now your family knows exactly what to do after you're gone. You've spelled everything out clearly for them, and you've provided the money with the insurance to do it. So there's no undue stress on them. It's already going to be stressful emotionally, but you don't have to add more emotional stress and financial stress on top of that too. You've got your policy and your guide, and you can take care of your family. And what a wonderful, loving gift to leave behind. So go to funeralfunds.com. We've got these quoters. We've got a special one for YouTube viewers, funeralfunds.com/YouTube. We can get you the best discounts and pricing there. And then we've got our toll-free 888-862-9456. Talk with one of our agents. And it doesn't matter what you're looking for. If you've got an existing policy and you want to price shop it to see if you've got the best deal, or you just want to add coverage to it, we can help you out there. If you have, if you're looking for a brand new policy, we can help you out with that. And if you just want some help or some information or want to understand how these policies work a little bit better, we can help you out with that too. So we look forward to hearing from you. We look forward to helping you out with this in the future. And until that day comes, you stay safe, you take care. Yeah, have a nice day. Bye-bye.